Hello, welcome to Module 10. I am going to stop the video and start the slideshow. Hang on. All right. Can't believe you're in Module 10 already. I'm at a Starbucks, so I'm hoping this will record well and be okay for you. It will not be long. It's a pretty quick module. So this is my own quote for you. Never give up. Stay focused. Stay positive. Stay strong, and you've got this. I know by week 10, you're maybe feeling behind, and no one should feel behind. It's just, this is a lifestyle. It's a process. It's just something to just think about every day. And I hope that you'll always have these tools to look back on and use. So today we're going to cover quickly a morning tool in mindset to stay positive and aligned. So it's just, again, we're just continuing to sharpen your skills and habits that you've been learning over the past few months. And this one will help you stay positive. And I see a spelling error. Oh my goodness. All right. And then also in mindset, I'm going to ask you to go back to your why if your motivation is waning a little bit. In nutrition, we're going to be talking about your poop. And I can't believe I chose to record this at a Starbucks in public. That's just great. Under exercise, I'm going to introduce to you a high intensity interval training, Tabata. And then also we're going to talk about scheduling your workouts for the week. And then in stress alleviation, I'm going to share with you a little bit about the people that you spend your time with. All right, so under mindset, being aligned and full of clarity, it's hard to maintain, and staying positive throughout the day. So I'm going to give you a quick tool that Abraham Hicks describes as, it's kind of like shock absorbers in your car. And so, if you have good shock absorbers in your car, you can go over a very bumpy road, but it'll feel like a smooth ride. And this tool is the same way, or will produce the same results, where the storm of life can just be happening all around you. But if you kind of stay focused and positive, you will be immune to everything that's going on around you, and you'll be able to stay safe in the storm of life, or stay positive and happy. So anyway, how does this tool work? So just before you wake up, right after you wake up, just as you're opening your eyes, and before you start thinking about your day, thinking about your list of things to do, thinking about yesterday's issues that happened, just before your mind starts chattering, I want you to focus just for 17 seconds on these things: gratitude, peace, positivity, love. And for me, just being aware of this tool is important, because I don't always follow it. It's very difficult to remember to do this first thing in the morning before you get out of bed. So a lot of the times what I do is I focus on the sounds in my bedroom. Sometimes I can hear birds, sometimes just the warm covers. I'm grateful for the birds. I'm grateful for my warm covers or my soft pillow. Or if it's hot, I'm grateful for the fan blowing on me. So, and it's just 17 seconds, and you'll be amazed how this can shift your whole day and your whole attitude for the rest of the day. And if you can, start challenging yourself first to remember to do it. That'll take a few weeks. And then go ahead and challenge yourself to keep this warm feeling past breakfast, and do that for a few weeks. And then practice on keeping this feeling through lunch. And pretty soon your whole day will be like a little slice of heaven here on earth. And a lot of people around. And so I hope this works out well for you, and I hope you enjoy it. All right. Also, then I want to just talk a little bit in the mindset portion about your motivation. Usually by this time in the program, your motivation is waning, and you just don't feel like working out. You don't feel like eating healthy and making your smoothies. And I want you to go back to your why. Go back to that welcome packet and reread the answers to those questions of why you joined the program. Reread your goals. Post it on the refrigerator if you need to. But having the why always in your back pocket is important for motivation. And I just wanted to remind you about that. All right, next up is nutrition, and let's talk about your poop. Luckily, there's no one around right now. So, your bowel movements are a good indication of how healthy you are. It's, we have this thing called the gut brain. Your gut has just as many nerves and hormones as your brain. So it's the second brain of your body. And if your digestive tract is not running smoothly, it will affect not only your mood, well, not only your health, but your emotional state as well, and your mood. The gut produces most of the hormones for our body, including serotonin and epinephrine and things like that. So if you're not treating your gut well, then most likely anxiety and depression will result. And so a good detector of how you're doing as far as your digestive system goes is by looking at your poop. So, if it's not healthy, it's either moving too slowly or too quick through your body. So there are 4 elements to a nice experience in the bathroom. And we all want that, right? And they are the frequency, the strain factor, the description of your poop, and whether it's a full elimination or not. We're going to go into each of these very quickly. All right, so first, the frequency. How often do you poop? And normal is anywhere between 1 to 3 times a day. So if you're going just a few times a week, or if you're doing that 6 or more times a day, you're at risk for some health problems. And actually, Dr. Sears says you want to be passing 2 to 3 stools a day. After every meal is, of course, the best, because it's just, you eat and you make room. You need to make room for that, what you've eaten. So it's just kind of a process that should happen in theory every time you eat. All right. Next is the strain factor, and are you pushing too hard? It shouldn't take but a few minutes to go, and it should be easy. And pushing too hard can lead to hemorrhoids, and that's actually not normal. So if you're spending over 10 minutes, then you're not having normal bowel movements. So that is just something else to consider. The next one isn't this nice? It's you have to look every once in a while to see what it looks like. And the Bristol stool chart is I think it's a great way to kind of know where you stand. And so you'll want to know that if it's number 1, 2, or 3, in that section, you're considered constipated. And then 6s and 7s are considered to be actually diarrhea. So you want to be in that 4 or 5 range. And I'll let you look at that and judge for yourself. But this is just a good way to know how you're doing. And I'm going to give you some tools of how to have a positive bowel movement, and you'll probably know where you fall short. You know, if you need to drink more water, if you need to eat more veggies, and things like that. So
Thank you.
I know myself, I've improved immensely. So too much information. And then lastly is, are you getting it all out? You know, are you having a full evacuation? Or do you feel like there's something left and you feel uncomfortable? And I think you all know what that feels like. It is not comfortable to feel like you still have something in there. So, you know, a normal bowel movement is where you feel completely relieved. All right. So, what are some helpful tools to help you have a normal bowel movement? It's a lot of the things you've already learned. So, if this should give you another reason to follow what I've taught you already, if anything, it will help you have you'll just feel better. You know, if you poop more often, you'll just feel better. So here we go. Here are the tips. Again, you want to eat real, pure, fresh food. Avoid the processed stuff. Avoid the middle of the grocery aisles. Eat the perimeter of the store and buy fresh food, organic if you can. Again, chew slowly. Chew your food as much as possible. It helps digestion, right? So if you chew, the first step in digestion is chewing. And so the more you chew, the easier it'll go through your body and through the stomach and the large intestine, and then your colon. Your colon is the last part of your large intestine. Again, you want to eat healthy fats, so go back to refer to Module 4 for that, but I told you all about those healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, things like that. Change your oil. Grazing, eating small meals throughout the day will help your digestive system, and again, the smoothies. That's obviously, it's liquid form, so it's going to help your elimination. This is what Dr. Sears tells a lot of his patients who are constipated. He says to add a couple teaspoons of flax oil to your food, to salads, to a smoothie, something like that. That will help you be more regular. You can also add a probiotic to your diet in the form of a supplement. And also add fermented dairy like kefir, yogurt, things like that. That's a prebiotic. All right, there's prebiotics and probiotics. That's for another lesson. Another way, make sure you're moving every day. Walk, take the stairs, things like that. If you're a little bit constipated, you know, if you move a little bit, you will hopefully pass easier. Add more water to your diet, of course, and you know that we need to drink at least half of our body weight in water. And or you can get a squatty potty, and I've included a picture in your workbook. You know, or just get a stool and put your feet on a stool. You know, as we were meant to sit a lot lower than what our toilets have us sitting, and sometimes that simple movement of making your knees higher than your bottom can really help you pass a bowel movement. And then, of course, getting enough sleep will help as well. So, you know, I want you to have a good experience in the bathroom. It makes you feel better, makes life good. All right, let's move on. All right, so I've also included a video for under exercise of a Tabata workout, and it's a form of a HIIT, high intensity interval training workout. Tabata is one of my favorites. It's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, repeated 8 times. And the work portion is meant to be at a high intensity level. So you'll want to be at an 8 or a 9 on that scale of exertion that I shared with you back in like module 2 or 3. And in this Tabata workout, instead of doing the same move, repeating it 8 times, I have you doing 2 moves, one 4 times and the other 4 times for a total of 8. And I think it'll make sense once you see the video. I've given you 6 combinations of moves to do, and if you do all of them, that will be about a 45-minute workout. But if you don't have 45 minutes, just to choose 4 of those moves to do and make it a 20-minute workout. It's a good one. I did it the other day and I'm sore today, so enjoy that. All right, and then I also want to talk to you a little bit about scheduling in your workouts. So, you have to, I know one of the biggest struggles that people have with working out is time, and that's just behind lack of motivation as being the number one reason people don't work out. The second one is lack of time. And I really believe that it's not just a time management issue, it's a priority management issue. So if you really want to lose the weight, get in shape, have more energy, you need to make it a priority. And so you need to schedule it. And so I'm going to go back to this one because that's kind of what I want to talk about is the week chunk theory. You need to put it in your schedule for the week. I don't want you to figure out the day of or just the day before what you're going to do for exercise. I want you to look at your week and schedule it. Maybe on Wednesday and Thursday you have super busy days and you just know that exercise is not going to happen. That's okay. Life happens. So make Wednesday your day off. Maybe usually Sunday is your day off. Well, work out on Sunday and make Wednesday your day off. And then on Thursday, your other busy day, just try to fit in a few moves here and there. I do that a lot. I'll try to fit in, my goal will usually be 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, 20 dips, 20 squats, and walking the dog. And so I'll just try to fit all those things in throughout the day. While I'm boiling pasta for supper, I'll fit in my push-ups. While I'm folding laundry, I'll do some squats. While I'm at work, I'll do some dips on my chair. I'll take an extra walk around the building when I go to potty. You just kind of fit it in. And that way, when you do this week chunk theory, you will not feel guilty when you take your normal day off on Sunday and then you realize, uh-oh, no time on Wednesday or Thursday to work out. And there you go. You have 3 days of not working out. And then you're stuck. 5 more minutes. All right. So that's what I want you to concentrate on is scheduling that workout in. Do it on Sunday or Saturday and figure out your week. All right. Here we go for under stress reduction. Jim Rohn, he has passed away, but he is a great motivational speaker. And he has said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend our most time with. And if you've ever really thought about that, like really just sit down and written who you spend your most time with, you'll be surprised at what you come up with. I know I was when I did this a few years ago. And once you realize kind of who you're spending time with and who you want to spend your time with, your decisions will become a lot easier of what you want to do with your time and who you want to spend it with. I know I've had to limit my time with some people and cut some people out of my life, and it was not easy, but I tell you what, I'm less stressed and I'm a lot happier. Brain researchers have used the term mirroring to describe how the brain reacts to people and how that they reflect emotions that the people you're with have. So, if you're with negative people who complain a lot, people who make excuses or are victims, you become that. You mirror those same feelings, and that can become very stressful for you. So I give you permission to limit your time and or get those people out of your life. No counselor by all means. I am just encouraging you to at least be aware of that and know that it's okay. You're not obligated to be with those people if they don't make you feel good. And I know if it's a family member, this makes it extra hard and difficult. So again, you don't have to cut them out of your life, but you just have to know that you can do lunch, but that's it. Don't do shopping, lunch and shopping, just lunch, or whatever that may be. Maybe it's you visit your parents. Again, I don't want to tell you not to visit your parents or anything, but maybe you get a hotel room and you don't spend the night and you just visit with them and then have your own space. That's just an option. I don't know. All right. And then in the workbook, I've included some signs of a toxic relationship. Again, I am not a counselor, but it's just something to be aware of. Difficult relationships. I'm not going to list all of them, but if you feel drained, I like to gauge this on how I feel after I've been with someone. Do you feel enlightened? Do you feel positive? Do you feel encouraged after you've spent time with certain people? Or do you feel drained and loss of energy and just negative? That's up to you to decide. But some other ways to detect a toxic relationship are if there's a hostile atmosphere, if there's some narcissism, if there's unreliability, continuous disrespect, insufficient support. I mean, maybe you're doing all the supporting, and they're not. That can be very draining. And maybe it's just something simple that you need to talk to them about it, and that could change it. That could really make your friendship a better situation. It's up to you to decide, but I think just being aware of that can really help your stress level. I was going to share an example, but I think I will leave it at that. I know I had to end a friendship not too long ago. I'm going to share the example. And it wasn't easy to do, but this person just drained me. She was high maintenance and someone that expected me to drop everything and help her. And these emergency situations seem to be happening every week. And I finally had to stop, and she got angry with me, and that's just... it's not the way I do friendships, right? So anyway, I hope this helps, and I just want you to live a happy life and be around people that build you up and not tear you down. All right, so hopefully that was good. Yes, unhealthy relationships, you owe it to yourself to limit your time with them or let it go. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye. Me gusta que siempre hay aquí.